EastEnders spoiler: devastated Ian breaks down in Kathy's arms as he finally opens up about his grief. Kathy wants to be there for her sons after missing out on so much of their lives. A devastated Ian Beale breaks down in Kathy's arms in tonight's emotional EastEnders. The grieving father finally opens up about the loss of Stephen after initially rejecting his mum. Ian initially continues to reject Kathy, who didn't know about the explosive tragedy that hit Albert Square until she returned from holiday. After speaking to Ben, she realizes that the reason for his behavior is the fact she decided to fake her death and missed out on so much of her sons' lives. Determined to provide support to her boys, Kathy gets them to sit down and open up about their feelings. Ian starts to let his grief out when his mum finally gets through to him. Meanwhile, Lawrence starts planning Stephen's funeral, but Abby is very critical of her decisions. She starts to question whether Lauren actually knew Stephen at all, but will she reveal she is carrying his unborn child? Elsewhere, Mick and Linda have their first marriage counseling session at the Vic. Also tonight, Stacey visits the hospital to find out what Gush's diagnosis means for baby Arthur. He is carrying a genetic heart condition that may have been passed on to her son, but Stacey has to wait for a specialist appointment to find answers. She goes to see Martin in prison but decides to keep the news to herself to stop him worrying. EastEnders continues tonight on BBC One at 7:30 p.m.